I'm live now, and yeah, welcome to my channel. Okay, so my name is Ken Kike, and today we are going to be looking at something very interesting. So I urge you to stay to the end of um, the video. Yeah, it's all about um, building a one-person business. The title of today's topic is actually how to build how I will build a one-person business with AI today. You know, so it's I'm going to be showing you this of how to act. There's nothing. What I want to show you is not a big deal. You get it's. I'm going to water it down so that you understand this thing, so that when you hear these stuffs, don't look like it's something you know, rocket science. It's not rocket science, it's very simple. So I'm going to break it down for you how I would start a one person business with AI today. This is May 26. So May 2026, you get. So it's going to be a straightforward thing, no time for too much talk, okay? So yeah, a few years ago, if you want to start a business, you'll find out that you need to do what they call hiring, recruitments, manage you. And after you hire these people, you have to manage these teams. You get teams of people working together. You spend a lot of money, you pay salaries here and there, and then you have to work for ridiculous hours, long hours of time, the traditional form of business. But you see, these days now, it's no longer like that. Things have changed, okay, because of this era of AI that we are in now. So you find out that one person um, be doing the work of 5 to 10 person, and this is basically reducing employment these days. You get, because what is the need of employing uh, 5 to 10 persons when one person can do the work? You get, so that's the thing about the advantage of this AI stuff. You get, so we just have to key in into these times that we are in, all right, and that is to adjust to this AI, uh, you know, this AI reality that we are in now. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can actually build a one-man business using AI. All right. So if this is what you are interested in, just stick with me and to the end of this video. All right. Okay. So you see, now with just one person now, just one individual, you can handle something like content creation, you run marketing, you write sales copy, and then do designing of graphics, automate workflows, research, and sell products also. Okay, so you don't need huge, you don't need people. Only you just have access to the internet, and you are good to go. Once you have access to the internet, you are good to go in this time and age that we are in. You don't need workers. Let you grow with time. Maybe as you grow, hey, hello, thanks for joining in. Yeah, you don't need workers this time around. As you grow with time, anyway. But this is for like people that are starting from scratch. You get, but right now, when you're starting from scratch, you want to manage your resources. A one person can handle a business from start to finish. That's the time we're in now. Okay, so it's all about what people right now are doing these things. It's not like it's magic. People are doing it. People are making money from these things. So I'm going to show you the pattern here. All right, how I will do it if I want to start today. So the first thing I will do if I want to start an AI business, today, first thing I will do is to pick a simple business model, and don't no need to get stuck in this particular stage, because some of us think that when we talk about picking a business model, you need to think about something like maybe Elon Musk's X, Twitter. No, you don't need all this big stuff. See, the simpler it is, the more straightforward it can go. So when we talk about, we don't need a giant company. You can be a content writer. You understand? You can be a content writer. That's a business model. You can be a video editor. That's a business model. You can as well even be a chef, an online chef. That's a business model. Okay? You can tell us how to even personal coaches, be a personal coach. That's a business model. So my point is, you don't need a giant company, giant corporation, you get, to actually just pick something simple. Okay? So that is just it. First, so you have to just build a useful skill. Build a useful skill. Okay? And then a simple offer, and then a system that creates income. You get, so far it's a skill. You, from that skill, you make an offer, and from that offer you get income. That's a business. It's as simple as that. You get. So, and the easiest one person business right now, I'm going to give you a list of some easiest one man business that you can do with AI. One is the content business, content creation. There's no business out there that does not need content. There's no business. As long as you are running a business, you need content. So if you're a content writer, that's an opportunity for you already. You understand? So one is the content business. Two, digital products. Digital products. When I mean digital product now, for example, you can how to cook or how to make so and so dishes, number of dishes. That's you put it in a template form, and you maybe put it in a platform where it can be sold. That's a digital product. Even when you're sleeping, you're making money. That's a digital product. Another one is freelance services, freelancers. Maybe like you edit videos. You edit videos for people, so you can put it on what's these sites? All those sites where they pay you per hour. So they pay you for your services. So if you're a freelancer, even writers too, you pay you for your services. Okay. Then we have personal brands, and then AI assisted agencies also. So these are some of the easiest one person AI business right now. You get. So so basically AI helps to reduce the hardest part of them, and it makes it easier for us to move faster. You get. So now, for example, let me give you an example. If you are a you know if you're into content business, if you're into the business of writing content for companies out there, normally, traditionally, you will need a writer, you need an editor, you need a designer, you also need a researcher. Now there are tools that exist that can do all this for you. Okay, and that changes basically everything. All right, so that's it about picking a business model. So it doesn't have to be anything complicated. That's my point I'm trying to make here. It doesn't. It's just have a skill, then have an offer, and then you monetize it, and that's a business. It's as simple as that. Don't complicate things for yourself. Okay. Now, you can also use, if I'll use if I also start a one-man business using AI, I'll use the AI to replace repetitive work. As a one-man business, there are things that, maybe for example, let me still use that content writer. Maybe I write let me assume now that I write content for businesses. there are some things that you will do like repeat it, as in you repeat, you keep on repeating it from time to time, as long as that's the business you are into. You understand me? Generating content ideas. If you're a content writer, you find out that you always need content ideas. You understand? So it's repetitive. So I'm going to use AI to like continue those to do that for me. You understand? Then another thing is you write drafts. You're going to be writing drafts. You're going to be brainstorming. You're going to do research. You're going to do sales copy. All these things you can't avoid them. You will always be doing them. So it's repetitive. And that is where I'll use AI as a leverage, because I know that these things are going to be happening. I can't escape it. It's part of the business of content writing. You understand? Content, generating content ideas, writing, research, and sales copy. These are the things that you cannot dodge. It's part of the business. So depending on your line of business that you picked, there are some things that will always reoccur. So me, what I will do is I'll use AI to, replace this repetitive work. You understand me? uh So that is just it. So I can decide to use Canva. That's why we have Canva. You use it to do social media graphics. I can use Canva too to make captions. You get? I use Canva to do product design. As I'm talking to you now, at least when I used to do, I make YouTube videos, so I know how I make use of Canva. You understand? I use Canva to edit my videos, to edit my thumbnails. I use Canva to, as in, there are many stuff that I can use Canva to do. You get? So um, then you can also make use of CapCut too. I also make use of CapCut. Use CapCut to edit videos. It makes it faster and make it more professional. Okay, so I use CapCut to, you know, do short form clips too. It's very useful in doing short form clips. So these are skills that you also need to acquire. You understand? You must be able to use. Okay, I think my favorite tool that I use for editing right now is InShot. Yeah. Why I like InShot is because it's very user friendly with the mobile. You understand? I can do everything from start to finish using InShot. I can use InShot to edit my videos. I use InShot to do my thumbnails. Yeah, InShot from start to finish. So yeah, if it's something that you want me to do for you, if it's something that you want me to show you how I do it, you can also comment in the chat there, and I will make a separate video for that. I use InShot to edit my videos from start to finish. I use InShot to edit my, what they call it, my thumbnails. Seriously speaking, so that's why I prefer InShot. It's very mobile friendly. I don't need to use my system for that. You get? So yeah, let's move on now. Another AI tool you can use is Notion. I'll use Notion to organize systems, to plan content. If you want to plan out your content, to manage your workflows, you use Notion. Okay, so you can imagine combining all this together. That's the power of the AI. You understand? So now let's move on. So then one thing I also do if I want to build a one-man business using AI is that the first thing I will not neglect the fact that um, I need an audience. Yes, and people make this mistake of bringing out a product first. No, you need an audience. Yes, because this is where like you create attention first. You understand? You generate, and now AI helps you to do this faster, because why do I say so? With AI now, you can, for example, produce a video for YouTube and repurpose it. You repurpose it for TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. And then you will be able to like see what people um, care about. You understand? If you're consistent enough, you will be able to see what people care about, the questions people ask you. You know, it's from those questions that they ask you, it's from those ones that they resonate with, from those your contents, that you can like, okay, this is where I can solve this particular problem. You get? So that is why I say you must create attention first before you bring out come with a product. You get? Because like I said, it is what they care about. That is from there that your product will come out from. You understand me? Yeah. So you don't just bring out a product blindly and hope that people will jump into it. No. Create the attention first. And then when you get the attention, be consistent enough with your content. Repurpose it for different platforms. And then you see the one that drives traction. When they start interacting with your content now, you'll be able to be like, okay, this I'm seeing this particular question coming up, from time to time. Maybe this is where I can build a product around this particular question, solve this particular problem. You understand? You already have, that's where a product idea comes up. So you must make sure that if I'm to build a one-man business with AI, I must get attention first. That will be the thing. I will not make that mistake of bringing my product first. I must get attention. You understand? And like I always say, you know that it is when people like, trust, and know you, or not arranged in a particular order, but they must know you, like you, and trust you before they can buy from you. You get? So that is why it is good that you create attention first. Okay. Yes. So um now let us talk about monetization, because if because attention without monetization is just a hobby. So there are multiple ways that you can actually monetize a one person AI business. And the first one I would like to talk about is digital products. And digital products, like don't think of digital product like something very big. It's very simple though. Don't get it twisted. It's very simple. Digital products can be templates, guides, prompt packs, courses. Now, um, for example, how to make pizza, how to make what's the name of this pizza? How to make chicken pizza. Just giving it, I'm just using this one as an example. That's a course. So that can be a video course, packaged as a video course. And when you package it, and once you put it on a site, on a platform where you can sell, that becomes a digital product. Another example is how to cure, how to build, your muscle faster. That one you can use a PDF. You can put it in the form of a PDF. And once it's in the PDF format, put in a platform where people can um, have access to it to purchase it. That becomes a digital product. So my point is, don't think that a digital product is something huge. Nah, it's a packaged skill. You put a packaged form, black and white form, or maybe video formats, even an MP3 formats for people to have access to buy, and it becomes a digital product. So that's how you can monetize. Okay. And then we have services. For services, we have content creation, we have AI consulting, we have copywriting, and we have editing. These are services that you can render. Okay. So if you are a content writer, for example, it's a service you render to businesses. So you can either reach out to them, or maybe there's a platform where, like Fiverr, or this other platform again, I've forgotten the name. You get, where you can where business owners can go to and search for maybe like editors or content writers, and then you come out in the search option, and then they can, like, depending on your experience and patronize you, pay you per hour. Okay. uh, yeah. Okay. Thank you for writing in the comment section. I appreciate all of you. Thanks a lot. Yep. So if you have any question, please, you can feel free to ask me. I will answer any question you ask me. Okay. This video to I'll put a recorded video, okay, on my channel, so you can always rewatch it. All right. Yeah. So let's continue. So that's for services anyway. Now the another one is another way you can monetize is the affiliate marketing. Maybe now affiliate marketing now is someone's products. You can, like, um, advertise or push someone's products, refer people to other people's products, and then when they buy, you get a commission. That's affiliate marketing. It doesn't have to even be your product. You get it doesn't have to be your product. Just refer somebody's product. If you see that somebody's product is nice out there, is nice, just refer it to other people to buy. Once they buy, you get a commission. That's affiliate marketing. And then there's personal brand. Personal brand um, is a long-term asset you get, because when you build a personal brand, anything you sell, people buy it from you because they really know you, they like you, and they trust you. So that's personal brand. All right. So I think that is that about that. And then so AI just makes everything faster for us. Okay, it makes the one-man business faster. You do things faster. You learn faster. You create faster. You test ideas faster. You iterate. You improve. Okay, so one person with AI can now move faster than a group of people or a group of company without even AI self. You get. So that is just it now. Just have access to the internet and you're good to go. If I'm to start a one-man business with AI, one mistake that I will avoid is automating the whole thing. I won't automate the whole thing. Why? It's because AI is not there to replace my brain. It's not there to replace my brain. It's for me to, like, move faster, and to remove the hardest parts. But you still need to maintain your creativity. You still need to maintain your creativity. Authenticity is needed. Your humanity is needed. All these things, your own perspective is needed. Okay, I won't just automate the whole stuff. No, I have to put in my own experience, put in my own perspective, put in my own. You get what I mean? For it to be authentic, I don't want it to sound robotic. You get? It's very important. I won't make that mistake of doing that. So AI should enhance our thinking and not to replace it. You get? And so that is just it. It's as easy as that. Okay? And so we are not just entering into the period of this AI now. We are in the period of the AI. We are in the AI era already. So it's either you take it or you leave it. You understand? So right now, if you want to start a one-man business now, you no longer need a massive budget. You don't need a huge team or maybe many years to start. All you need is to develop a skill. Maybe content writing, maybe video editing, maybe write a editor, maybe just any skill that you have. Okay, any skill that you have, or maybe any skill that you wish to have. You just need a skill, you need a system, and that's what this system now is, what I've explained to you. Then be consistent. Very important. Consistency is where you'll be able to see. When you are consistent, you'll be able to see things that pull traction, and from that things that pull traction, a product idea can come out from that. Okay, so consistency is very important, and then that is just what you need. That then when you combine all this with AI, the sky is your starting point. Okay, so um, this is what I will do if I'm to start um, a one-man business with AI today. Okay, is there any question in the comments? Yeah, hola. Okay, so like I said, I will put this video on the recorded one on my channel in case you want to rewatch. Okay, and in case you have any question to ask, please just feel free to ask your question. All right, and I will answer you as usual. All right, so I think if you found this video useful, please do well to like and subscribe to this channel, and that will encourage me to put in more effort and produce more videos like this. Okay, and yeah, if you want me to also show you that video I talked about creating making videos on InShots and making thumbnails on InShot from beginning to the end, I can also show you if you request it. Okay, so thank you for watching. I appreciate your time, and thank you for your comments. Thank you for your comments. It means a lot to me. Okay, and thanks for your time. I appreciate, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, peace out. All right.